Now let's talk about the product rule. Sometimes you have two functions multiplied by each other that can't be easily separated. And when you need to take the derivative of the product, you can follow the product rule. So the derivative with respect to x of f times g is f times g prime plus g times f prime. And this can be expanded if you have multiple terms. Let's look at the work here. So if I were to take the derivative with respect to x of f g, now I'm going to do a couple shortcuts because this takes a lot of space and I don't have a lot of room. This is the limit as delta x approaches 0 of, now my function here, h is f g. So this is f of x plus delta x times g of x plus delta x minus f g. Now you'll see I'm losing the parentheses delta x there, and that's only because I don't have enough room, divided by delta x. Now this is the definition, and this is all fine, good, and lovely, but I need to manipulate it a little bit. So in order to manipulate it, I'm going to add and subtract what I need. So the first thing I'm going to do is f of x plus delta x times g of x plus delta x. So this is the first part. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract off f x plus delta x times g. And if I subtract it, I need to add it back on. So this is f x plus delta x times g. Let me go back to my black. Minus f times g, all divided by, there you go, delta x. Now, all right, do you see these are equivalent? All I've done is add and subtract the same thing. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out f of x plus delta x from the first two terms, and then I'm going to factor out g from the second two terms. So this becomes the limit as delta x approaches 0. Let me switch over to green here. So this is f of x plus delta x times, now watch how I do this. This is going to be g x plus delta x minus g, and I'm going to leave the delta x there. Do you see how I'm doing this grouping? And now to that I'm going to add, I'm going to do the factoring here. I'm going to factor this g out of f of x plus delta x minus f, and I'm going to put the delta x over here. I am having room. Now you see what I've done here. I've got functions being multiplied by each other, but you should be seeing what this sort of looks like. So let me do the first one. I'm going to distribute this limit inside here, and I'm not going to have room. So the first thing I'm going to do is the green one, is the first part. So this first limit is the limit as delta x goes to 0 of f of x plus delta x times the limit as delta x approaches 0 of g of x plus delta x minus g of x divided by delta x. All right, and that is f g prime. Let me switch pen colors. Now I'm going to do the second one. The second one is the limit as delta x goes to 0 of g of x times the limit as delta x goes to 0 of f of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x. And of course, this is g f prime. So that tells me the derivative with respect to x of f times g is fg prime plus gf prime. Now let me show you some easy ways to apply this. Identify your function. So f is 3x minus 2x squared, and g is 5 plus 4x. And then I come over and I take the derivative. F prime is 3 minus 4x. Excuse me. G prime is just 4. So then you need to write your derivative. H prime is equal to f g prime plus g f prime. So this is f, which is 3x minus 2x squared. G prime is 4, plus g, which is 5 plus 4x. F prime is 3 minus 4x. And you can simplify this. I do want you to do these in the column format because it really will make your life quite a bit easier. If you were to go ahead and simplify this, this would be minus 24x squared plus 4x plus 15. Now let's look at it if we do it 3x squared plus sine x. I'm going to let f equal 3x squared and g equal sine of x. And then f prime is 6x and g prime is, well, the derivative of sine is cosine. So y prime is f g prime plus g f prime. So this is 3x squared times cosine of x plus g, which is sine of x, times 6x. And there's nothing more you can do to simplify that. Now let's look at this one right here. Y is 2x cosine minus 2 sine. Let me just do the derivative of this one, and then we'll add on. Let me let f equal 2x and g equal cosine of x. And then f prime is 2 and g prime is minus sine of x. All right, so if I say y prime is, oh, I'm doing whole y prime. Let me go and do it. That's f g prime plus g f prime plus, now the derivative of, and you don't have to do it this way. I'm just being very precise here. You can just say that it's minus 2 cosine of x. All right, now plugging it in. This is 2x times minus sine of x plus cosine of x times 2 minus 2, the derivative of sine is cosine x. All right, so what does this become? It becomes minus 2x sine of x. Oh, and those are going to cancel. You're done.